Peace, blessings, and enough love to everyone. Um, I
We cannot
don't know
see.
what happened to my video. Where's my video? Hey, where is my video? Video went for a walk. All right, hold on. Do
Still
apologize.
see.
Okay, hi, wonderful. I'm alive. All right, all right. Oh, wrong direction. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all the queens and kings in the house. And, special welcome to Queen mm, Sadie. Queen Sadie is in the house.
Queen Sadie's in the house. Awesome,
Wonderful,
awesome,
wonderful,
awesome,
wonderful. And
awesome.
everyone else, Queen Roslyn, and of course, Queen, who else again?
Good evening, good
Barbara.
evening.
Queen
And Queen
Barbara.
Barbara. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. And of course, all those that are on our very hi, Queen Rosalind. And of
Yes, it's
course,
me.
all those. All right, thank you very much. All the way in Trinidad. Trinidad?
I think so.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. TT. Hey, definitely. All right. And of course, all of our YouTube viewers. Really appreciate, really do appreciate, really do appreciate. All right. Thank you all very much. And oh,
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. I hope that you're all having a wonderful time. And I know many of you are in the warmth of the Caribbean,
mm,
and some are in the warmth of other states in the United States. Some
Florida.
are in Canada, some are in the warmth of Florida. And a few days ago, I was so excited and wishing everyone having a wonderful spring. But the winter spring back at us.
Mhm.
So it's let's stay warm wherever we are, whether we're taking in the sun or we are layering up.
Mm.
Let's stay warm.
Boy, I tell you, it's a long winter. Anyway, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Really appreciate.
My
And of
guest is calling me.
and of course, first and foremost, we just would like you all to know that Queen Miriam has already launched our book. I mean, maybe about 2 months now that this book has been launched. So please go to Amazon, and if you have not ordered your copy as yet, please do so. It is a wonderful read, very wonderful read. So just to highlight Queen Miriam and her book at this time. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much for all those that have supported Queen Miriam, and especially the launch of her book. And of course, it's the heart of a servant, specifically to persons who have been serving others and, caring for others. And of course, you really need to, give a little care for yourself also, because, you need a little care, most definitely. So, what we want to also do as from time to time, well, not from time to time, each week we have a money exercise, and this money exercise is very unique. Queen Miriam came up with it, so it's not going to get you rich overnight, and of course it's not going to break the bank. Okay, so it's $1 each week. You have 52 weeks in the month, right? So the first week, it's $1. Second week is $2. You put it in your saving, right? See, we have our saving here. We have our saving pan right here, which is money exercise saving pan. And of course, see it right here, right? And the first week, put $1 in there. The second week, you put $2, right? Week two. Week three, you would put $3, right? So by week three, when you put your $3, then it would be amounted to $6 because $1 for week one, $2 for week two, which is $3 for week three, which is $6, $4 for week four, which is total of $10, etc., etc. You get the gist. All right. And so by this weekend, which would be the 25th, this weekend, 25th, yes, April 25th, this weekend, you should have, because it will be $17 you would be putting in this week. And so it will be 153 if you are doing this money exercise from bottom to top. Now, if you are doing it from top to bottom, which means you start with $52, then 51, because 52 weeks in the year, $51, then 50, then 49, etc., etc., etc. Then at this juncture, come this week, the close of this week, which would be the 25th again, then of course it would be $748 you should have in your little kitty, like this. Okay, so whichever way you start, whether you start from bottom to top or you start from top coming down to the bottom, whatever way, it's a simple way to save. It's an exercise. And at the end of the year, you should be looking at a nice little sum. It's not going to get you your dream house, but at least now, if you are diligent and you do that, and you have 1,003 thereabout, then you can put that into good use, whether you put it in a money market or you put it in a sitting or a whatever, then you get the gist. You get the gist. You can do something a little bit more bigger with that,
What
right?
is sitting?
You haven't,
That a different language? What
yes,
is
man. Yes, man.
sitting? But I don't think they know. You
Oh,
put it to good use.
yeah.
Um, every little bit adds up.
Mm,
I
definitely.
guess that's what he's trying to say.
Yes, yes.
Sitting.
Sit,
Every little bit adds
little bit
up.
to add up. Yes, man. So you put it to good use. So anyway, definitely. And so we just want to also acknowledge the Queen Mother Miranda in the house, right? And seems as if she's still having a little issue with her video, unfortunately, because she's a very beautiful woman, right? And we like to see, no, 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 wrong word, wrong
We
choice of word.
love
We love to see her lovely, beautiful, unaging face because most
gracefully
definitely,
aging.
no,
It's
no,
great.
she's
Yes,
gracefully youthful.
gracefully, youthfully aging.
Oh my goodness. Yes, so really and truly, at this time we're going to introduce her.
Um, she is trying to get her camera because we would love to see her beautiful
Oh,
face.
okay.
She's trying.
Well, if she could come on to the mic and we could just rap her a little. Did you try to did you is it a laptop or a phone?
Queen Mother
Queen Mother
Are
Miranda.
you
Miranda?
hearing me? I'm on the
Yes,
laptop.
you're on a laptop.
Yes.
Does the laptop has a webcam?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so clearly the camera isn't coming on.
No, I mean, does your laptop have a webcam on
A
it?
built-in camera.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So quite possible what happened is that when you joined the meeting, you did not click allow to allow camera access.
So I didn't click allow. Yes, what I
Yes.
did, I just
Mhm.
clicked on with camera.
Yeah, but you have to click allow when you just coming
Okay.
into, or you
So
when you click
it seems
on
as
the
if
link. Hmm.
it's going to have to be the next time around.
Okay, yeah, man, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We do have your picture up here, right? So people can see your beautiful picture,
Yes.
lovely lady in red, looking beautiful there. All right, and so let us introduce you properly then.
Yes.
Um, Queen Miriam is going to give that introduction there
Most
with, but
definitely.
before Queen Miriam give that introduction, we just want to actually at least go ahead first.
Mother Miranda Sutherland, a wonderful, beautiful lady. She is known as the Queen of Graceful Aging, a transformational empowerment practice called the Path to Graceful and Purposeful Aging. With over 50 years of experience across education, theology, psychology, business administration, and personal development, Mother Miranda has dedicated her life to helping individuals and communities see aging not as a decline, but as a season rich with dignity, purpose, and possibility. Through her talks, workshop, books, and retreats, she guides people along three powerful pillars: legacy and peace, vitality and confidence, and healing and harmony. Her work has inspired countless participants to rediscover the meaning, restore confidence, and embrace joyful transformation later in their season of life. Please join me in welcoming Mother Miranda Sutherland.
A nation is judged on how it treats the elderly. How can we engage more effectively at this sacred stage of life? The Reverend Miranda Sutherland, a Jamaican Anglican priest currently serving in the new Westminster Diocese in British Columbia, Canada, we will discover the transformative power of Theogero Transcendence, a groundbreaking faith-based framework, reimagining aging as a process of sacred renewal, self-discovery, and spiritual growth. Reverend Miranda Sutherland's accompanying book, Aging Out Loud, which is currently available on Amazon.
Yes, and of course, Queen Mother Miranda also has a book on Amazon, so check it out. The link to that book is on her website. Check it out also, and the link for the book is on the description in the YouTube channels, and also in the Facebook channel that we are streaming live right now on. So check it out and take a read. It's a good book. Wonderful information is there, especially for persons who are getting more mature.
And for young persons, helping them to see how wonderful the persons around them are and the contribution they can give.
So at this time, we are going to ask everyone to give a warm welcome to none other than our Queen, Mother Miranda Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Thank you very much. What a beautiful introduction. And it's as beautiful as you both are looking. Look at you, Mr. and Mrs. Derek. Derek, I think we've been saying Derek, Miriam, Derek looking for a kiss. You know, you didn't see that. How could you miss that? Do it again, Derek. There
Mm.
you
Thank
go.
you, thank you, thank you,
All
thank you.
right, Derek, what's the last name again?
Clark.
Clark, Mr. and Mrs. Dr. Derek Clark. Dr. and Mrs. Clark. You are looking amazing.
Amazing.
Boy, if anybody wants to know what marriage looks like, they need to ask you both because you know what it is to flourish. So
Well,
congratulations. Are you what, 5 years of marriage? What, 10 years?
oh mercy. We heading there, heading there.
You're heading there.
Heading there.
Mhm.
Congratulations. Hey,
Nice, nice.
talking about communication, and that's exactly what we're doing a while ago. We're communicating with each other. We
Yeah.
Mm,
communicated with our words. We communicated with our smiles. Look on them cheek
mm,
getting blush and full. We communicate with what, look at that. We communicated with body language, with a kiss, and we communicate in a way to say, I am
mm.
relaxed. And so that's what
Amen.
is
Amen.
transmitted. And so to the audience and those who are joining us, my pleasure again to be here talking communication. Communication is so important. Last week, I think we highlighted the fact that communication and lack thereof has a cost attached to it. Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
And if communication is blocked any at all, there is a
mm,
cost in there. There's a
mm,
cost to the organization in different ways. A cost to the organization because it's going to affect the medical visits, how many time the employee has to go to the office to the doctor for stress. Yeah,
mm.
what's
Yeah.
going on? There is a cost. There's a cost if there's a breakdown in relationship because the communication therefore cannot flow. Yes,
Mm,
we used the example last week. If you're sitting next to somebody and there is a communication breakdown, what you would easily do by passing a document to the person to pass it on to shorten the distance, it's now going to be extended a longer
mm,
time because that person is going to walk past you because they're not talking to you and go all the way around. It's a
mhm,
cost to
mhm,
the
mhm,
organization at the end of the day. If 100 persons experiencing that, can you imagine how it's affecting the bottom line?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're talking about restoring the flow, mastering communication for stronger relationships, from
mm,
blockage to flow, transforming how we communicate. And then there's the pipes method that I have developed, communicating with clarity and connection. So we want to pick up from here this week. And we're asking us to pay attention to the interpersonal relationship.
mm.
That's what we're doing. The
Wonderful.
interpersonal relationship, one to the other. But there's also the intrapersonal relationship internally. You can be having
Mm-hmm.
your own conflict, and as a result, it flow over into the organization. You
Mm-hmm.
can
Mm,
have your own conflict and it flow over into relationships in your home. Remember last week we said dance in a yard, dance abroad. And we
Mm-hmm.
have to learn the proper dance that we need to do at
mm,
home. And these are the basic qualities of communicating. You are being respectful of time. Yes.
mm,
So 1 minute late is late on the job. Yeah.
mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
you want to get to the job ahead of time, between half an hour to 15 minutes early to settle down. That's a bit of communication right there. You're saying to the organization, I
Mhm.
respect the policy of punctuality without
Yes.
saying a word because you're going to clock in. And
Mm-hmm.
if the reverse, if you're to get there for 8 o'clock and you get there 8:30 and 9 o'clock, you're communicating that you don't care.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. You're minding your own business. Yeah. And so
mhm,
when we look at communication, it's more than just talking. What we transmit in terms of what we wear. Look how respectable that you both are across the screen. You're communicating to your audience that we are not just here hosting on the different platforms, but we respect you in such a way that we present ourselves to you in a respectable way. That's
Amen.
mm,
communication. And I
Mm-hmm.
am
mhm,
ready to talk with you. If I see you show up, I am ready to speak with you because you're respecting my business and you're saying you have something to offer. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to look on the broad spectrum of communication when we are talking. It's a similar way as well. You're looking at those who are young, just leaving high school and just leaving college and how they talk. Yes. And because you got all distinctions and because you got all ones, then you believe that that can carry you through. Oh no, you've
Mm-hmm.
got to show respect. You got to have manners. Yes,
Yes.
you have to have manners. And in Jamaica, it says howdy come from out the door. So if
Mm-hmm.
you come from outside and come in to me, you need to say hello to me because
Yes.
howdy come from out the door. I'm already on the inside. Yeah. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't show up in an organization and you just walk past people like that. You don't have the manners. Even if you
Mm-hmm.
raise your hand or you nod your head or you give a smile, ensure
Mm-hmm.
that you're communicating
Yes.
and avoid saying, oh, these people inside are not even so how they do. You are communicating who you are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just pause there for a minute.
Mm. So that you're saying, conversation must flow naturally
Mm-hmm.
instead of being forced. Because when it's being forced, then first of all, many people don't even want to say it, don't even want to communicate in that way.
Mhm.
And everything about you, everything about me communicates. Everything about
Absolutely.
me.
Yeah.
Everything about you communicates. Unspoken feelings,
Mm,
resentment,
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
assumptions,
Mm-hmm.
misinterpretation. All of these are communicating. Lack of listening, your
mm,
frustration is going to come out. Yeah. All of these are triggers, are points, past
mhm,
hurts. Yeah. Every time you hear the person name,
The trigger.
it triggers. Yeah. Defensive
mhm,
communication, that is. The
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
financial impact. So we are communicating all the time from we write that letter of application to the organization, to the interview, to coming inside, communication is taking place.
mm.
And
Yes.
Beautiful.
because an organization is about bringing people together, no matter the technology, if it is two, or if it is four, or if it is 400. It's about bringing people together. And so, as we were saying last week, we've got to be able to manage that in such a way that we are going to be talking about love in this organization, not war room,
Mm-hmm.
love room, because we're
Love room.
saying
Lovely.
teeth and tongue will meet, not just in marriage, not just in relationships in your home, but on the job, teeth and tongue will meet. You have supervisors. You're all new. And we are in an international setting. In Canada, where I am, we're talking about multiculturalism.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? And we are
Mm,
talking not about uh, you're Canadian now. No, you're bringing your culture with you. And
Yes.
as you
mhm,
bring your culture with you, not that you bring it and lift it up in a suitcase, it is who you are over
Yes.
time. It's your lived experience.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Therefore, there must be room to understand each other and not to just
Yes.
jump to a conclusion that this person doesn't have any manners. When
Yes.
they grew up without not telling how they do, for example. So you tell how they
mhm.
do because that's how you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yes.
compare to say that because the person never answer the person have your power, what have you not. No. So I'm saying that the assimilation that people are expecting when you come together, it doesn't happen overnight.
True.
Mhm, mhm. But well, you see, we have to purpose in our heart. You touch on a little topic there, or a touch on a little point there earlier, that teeth and tongue must meet. Actually, Queen Miriam and I has resolved in our heart that the only time our teeth and tongue must meet is
Don't
when we
tell
are
us.
kissing. When we're kissing. Okay. Um,
Yes.
so far that has been the situation, and we have resolved that that will continue to be the. I grew up with my grandparents for some amount of time, and I've never ever heard them quarrel. Never. So I know it is possible. I know it is possible. And I
It
am
is
living it
possible.
now. I am living it now. So I
Yes.
definitely
Yeah.
confirm that it is possible.
And
Yeah.
as
So in other words, we will have disagreements because there's no perfection
Yes.
on this earth.
correct,
We'll have
correct.
disagreement, but as what systems do we have in place in our homes? What systems are in place in the organization? That's why we go back to the love room. And
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm,
why we go back to tying relationship to the vision of the organization and the mission of the organization. It cannot be separate from that.
mm,
So
Correct.
at all point in at at every stage in our lived life with one another, we need to understand what the code of conduct is. In organization, they call it the code of conduct. Uh,
mm,
you know, you don't use expletives. That's a form of
mm,
communication. Yeah. And the way how some persons say, I saw him stay. That's how he is. That's how she is. No, the organization has rules and regulations. This
Mm-hmm.
is how the organization is. So if we are helping the individual, sometimes is our friend, is to say to them, I know this is how you are, but to remind them this is the standard of this organization.
Correct.
So you have
Yes.
to
mm,
fix yourself to match the organization. You have your degree, you have your doctorate, you have all of that, but it doesn't mean that you can do anything and get away with it.
Correct.
mm,
I just said that the quorum, there's a quorum, there's a conduct, there is a there's another word that they use, culture, the culture of the organization.
Organization, the
Yes.
esprit de corps. Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, yeah. So you see, all of this is important. And if we are a little rough around the edges in our homes, then we can also improve the relationship in our homes because we are in an organization that is demanding it now.
Yes.
mhm,
And
Yes.
then we
mhm,
take it home and transform our communication with each other. Share what we learned and say, listen, I know that we always shouting and what have you. On the job, we don't shout at each other. So
mm,
maybe this is what we learned. I learned this on the job, and I would love our atmosphere at home to reflect this. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just
yes.
don't just study it and you're there on the job training and you get all of this knowledge, and by the time you get to the gate you drop that knowledge and you are a beast by the time you
Mm,
open the door.
mercy. Two separate lives.
Yes. As you're on that, Mother Miranda, we're reminded in our was it self-esteem, self-mastery. We were
Yes,
reminded that the habits that we form, we need to learn new habits to suppress those old habits,
yes,
because once those things get on our hard drive, it's not something that can be scratched off like that. So it's
that's right.
important as
Hmm.
we enter, si- if we were accustomed to a particular way at home and then we enter the workplace and we realize, okay, it's polished, let's use the word polished, so
Hmm.
then this is something new, so I will adopt it. And so those old habits that I used to be rash and harsh and everything,
Yes.
then people will start noticing, oh,
Of course.
she's becoming a little bit more polished.
Yes.
Mm.
And you
Mer-
begin, yeah, you begin to say and understand that you dress for the job that you want, not the one you have.
Definitely.
mm.
Yeah.
Mercy.
I
So,
remembered,
so,
go ahead.
mhm.
Okay, I remembered when I am working in a telecommunications organization in Jamaica. And after a few years, I applied for a job on the job and I got the job. But what stood out for me is the conversation they had with me.
Mm.
The personal administrator said, "We watched you grow."
Wow.
No, I'm not in that department. I'm working in a different department. What personal eyes are on you because you
Mhm.
have to meet them in interviews?
Mm.
Internally, he said, "We watched you grow. I never forget that. You never know whose eyes are on you.
Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
You
yes.
never
Oh
know
yes.
who is sitting on the panel
Mm-hmm.
to say endorse or not to endorse."
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh yes.
So your boss might be there and want you to get the promotion, and the boss might not be the one to tell all the truth. But somebody
Mm.
else there who you messed with in the bathroom or
Mm-hmm.
in the car park
Mm.
is now sitting across from you on the panel
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
for this job that you have applied for.
Mm-mm.
Ooh. We'll have to put on a blinder now. Oh,
Better yet,
OMG.
better yet, you did not know that your neighbor next door to the fence
Mm.
work with the same organization who have your full
Mm.
story.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Wow. So therefore, Queen Mother Miranda, it seems as if we have to create a sense of ease in this whole in this whole communication connection. Is there any key element we can look at where that can be created?
I used the term earlier on qualities, personal qualities. Your qualities have to mirror the qualities of the organization.
Mm,
And you are going to know that from day one because, and I'm talking about a large organization, would share with you what is expected.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm,
And in that time of orientation, you ought to be taking notes.
mm-hmm,
And you ought to therefore say, boy, I use the term lateness. They mention punctuality, and therefore that is the first thing I'm going to work on.
Mm.
You are going to hear about respect, and if you have supervisors, not because you believe that you know, but it's important that you respect by listening, by asking questions, by not making assumptions. And some of us just love to segue to, I know that by the way, him look at him don't like me. No,
Mm.
no, those assumptions and misinterpretations mess relationships up. You are dealing with the objectives and
Mm-hmm.
you are responding to objectives and you are not responding in a subjective way that's
mm-hmm,
emotive. You are responding in a subjective way where you are looking what is required of me. Let me therefore apply myself accordingly. So you
So
want to,
objective.
so the objectives of the organization are very clear. We want
Mm-hmm.
um, people who are smart and people who also apply the SMART principle of being specific. So be clear with your communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ensure that the receiver understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
ensure that you follow up, ensure that you meet deadlines, smart, measurable, ensure that you are so specific that you can measure what is required. And when you're going to set your appraisals as well, you need to know that it's measurable. It is not out of your reach, although you need to give a little stretch in there. It
Mm-hmm.
must be achievable. Yes. And
Mhm.
SMAR, it must be realistic
Mm-hmm.
and it must be time bound. So if
Yes.
you observe all of these letters and what it stands for, you are better able to apply yourself. I think I mentioned to you that when I applied to do the master's, executive master's in business administration, Southern um, whatever university in the US, so long ago. And no, the EMBA was at Florida International University. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay. But I remembered when I went to my boss to fill out a form, he accepted that. And the following week, he gave me an assignment. And my
Mm.
boss, and I said to him, sir, this. He said, but you're an MBA.
Ooh.
Mm.
Even before you started.
And he said to me, I never forget, he said to me, it's not when you get the degree 2 years from now. It's the mindset, which is exactly what you're talking about. The fact that you are starting this, you already now have the mindset.
Yes.
So you're operating for, and so that was a good boss. He was beginning to stretch me
Mm-hmm.
and bring me in line so
Mm.
that by the time I am done, I would be even sharper than the degree that I got.
Very good.
Amen.
So
Wonderful.
that is also an important part of communication. If your boss and your supervisor does not have the ability to give you guidance, you have to set your own time bound
Yes.
because
Mm.
you need to be in a setting where you can achieve your goals.
Mm.
And one of the things I say to persons in terms of communication, three little words are important. You are not working for the organization, you're working for yourself. So you have your own personal objectives within 5 years. If I don't reach supervisor, then I have to apply elsewhere because there is no movement in here.
Mm.
Or I'm going to only stay 5 years in this because I need the experience, but this is where I want to go. So you don't have no problem in having any conversation. You don't want anybody getting in your way. So you're not working for the organization, for you're working for yourself. And you're not working for your boss. You're working for yourself. So you're
Mhm.
working with a number of persons at a particular location or at a company. But the
Mhm.
form must be for you so
So
that
Mhm.
you're not. Mhm.
in other words, you're investing in yourself, and your employer is one of the investors that you'll be using to propel you into the
I like how
next.
you I like how you say that.
Mm.
So you are sitting down there 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, and you're not making any progress.
Mm.
So you've been dishonest to yourself. Communication is broad, and
Well, I'm
therefore
just.
do you know where you're going to go? One of the things I say to persons as well, you must know what the organization chart of the organization look like and see where you are and how far you can go.
Mm.
But if you have no model in your head, you're just showing up every day
Wow.
and just collecting money.
And not a
So when
lot
we're looking at
sometimes.
three costs, the emotional cost, when we look at the ordinary communication, talking, resentment and frustration, relational cost, miscommunication and defensiveness, and organizational cost, disruption, and the financial loss.
Mm.
So three cost: emotional cost, organizational cost,
and
and
relational costs.
relational cost.
And how would these three um emotional uh,
Emotional cost,
Relational
organizational,
costs and
organizational costs
organizational
and
costs.
organizational costs, how does these three um influence the flow of a conversation?
So that's why we have to have integrative HR, integrative human resource.
Mm,
It is the HR department is more than just um, recruiting and training.
Mm-hmm.
You have to provide the psychological, emotional, social support for the employee.
mm,
There has to be a clear understanding that if there is a breakdown, HR needs to be brought in as quickly as possible to so that the supervisor, more often than not, is with the supervisor, or it could be with another employee, so that you have an independent third party, a mediator to help to resolve. And
Mm-hmm.
so the HR has to be equipped with the tools to make that happen, to ensure that the love room is equipped to deal with these. And so I'll talk about some other things as we go along. When there is a breakdown, it can be as simple or it can be as massive. Earlier on, you talked about as a couple, you have established how to settle matters. There's a language for that. You deal with the blips.
The blips.
You deal with the blips immediately. You don't build upon the blips and then 2 months' time you're going to bring it forward
mm.
because you're not even going to remember what you feel like, what was happening in the atmosphere, or nothing at all. You just remember this incident that you're just reminded of this incident that you don't even remember. So deal with it right away
Because it wasn't resolved.
because it wasn't resolved and now it is building up.
Mm-hmm.
So the simple language that we talk about is leaving the toilet seat up when you need it to be down. Every time you
Mm,
go to the bathroom, you leave it up.
mm-mm,
That's a blip. I talked to you about it last week, and this week ago, there's the same thing again.
mm. Nasty.
2 months later, the same thing. If
Mm,
blips are left unattended, they become clashes.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Let's talk about the toothpaste. You open the toothpaste and you don't cover it back.
Why you did that?
Let's talk about the men. Every time they come home, they just take off their socks and leave it right there. So,
You smell up the place.
and there's a clothes basket. I love him to death, but one thing I can't take about him is he never used the clothes basket to put his socks.
Mm, 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 mm.
So these are little blips
Mercy.
in the
and then
organization. Go ahead.
and then take it in the organization. Each time you use something, you don't put it back. So the other staff does not know where the thing is, and
And
so
they
it
keep
causes
talking to you about it. So you're
Mm,
disorganized.
mm,
And so you're balancing the balance sheet all right. But there's this aspect of you in terms of your habit, a bad habit.
mm,
So you ask the question, and so we want to pay attention to all these things that can put us in the wrong. Yeah. So blips, if left unattended, become clashes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm.
And clashes left unattended become crisis.
Mm.
Blips,
So
clashes,
supervisors, blips, clashes, and crisis.
crisis. Mm.
It's part of the conflict resolution system. And if there are blips and clashes going on, it's affecting the bottom line.
Yes.
Mm.
Spending too much time out in fire.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if supervisors are not able to are not equipped with these skills to handle it, because that's the first part. That's why I have supervisor. If the
Yes.
supervisor is not equipped enough, we need to send the supervisors for training so they are not pressuring HR all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So HR, before you get to clashes and crisis, need to ensure that they
The,
are constantly being equipped.
yes.
Mm.
Are you with
Mercy.
me?
Yes.
Yes.
Full
Mercy.
100.
I'm here, right? I'm here taking notes.
Full 100.
Blips, clashes, crisis.
So restoring the flow is how we think, how we speak, and how we relate so that individuals thrive and organizations function well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are here talking about. And we're
Amen.
trusting that those who are listening are benefiting. And then I'll be able to come and have further workshops with you when we can drill down into these things.
Yes.
Mm. Nice, nice, nice. But before you go, we have a question here. Um, can communication flow exist without active listening?
And communication flow exists without active listening.
Why or why not?
That's a whole week of discussion.
Whole week.
And the answer is no, you cannot have communication flow without active listening because so
Mm.
many persons tend to just not be listening, but just waiting for you to talk to say what they have to say.
Mm.
And one of the things about active listening as well is to pay attention to one, what is being said, two, what is not being said.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a third, to avoid bringing yourself into the conversation to say it's the same thing that happened to me. It's not your business. You're responding to the person, and you want to pay attention to the issues. You want to find out where the block is, because the
Mm.
cost of a block conversation is going to affect the organization, and the
Mm-hmm.
person might not have the tools to deal with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to listen, and then you give guidance through the right and proper means of communication so that the resolution can be arrived at. That's why
Mm-hmm.
the love room has to be equipped with some of the things I could talk about so
Mm-hmm.
that the communication flow, the blockage that is there, can take place. That's why earlier on I talk about the medical cost. Are we
Mm-hmm.
paying attention to why these employees are going to the doctor for stress so often?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that information has to be fed back to the organization.
Yes.
They're spending money for medication. They're taking time off from the job. They're getting sick leave from the job. So then, we want them to get better. But what
Mhm.
is happening?
Right. Instead of treating the symptoms, they have to
Symptoms,
get to
something
the
else is going
bottom,
on. Yeah.
the root cause.
Mm. Mm. One. Wow.
because it could stem from a deep-seated thing that's happening in the home, and it's not being resolved, and so it is trailing, and productivity and everything is diminished because there's a deep-seated, there's
So
a
DP
root.
said, you know how many times this employee applied for a job internally, I don't get it, and everybody else get it and I don't get it, and you don't get it? Has anybody sought to say to me that these are the issues? Say to you, these are the issues. And has anybody said in the organization, we need to send Miriam for this kind of skills-based development so that the next time around, it's not the same problem why she didn't get the job and the promotion?
Mhm.
Mm.
And so Miriam stopped working, she just show up and collect her pay at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2, 3 times I apply, so what wrong with me, so?
Mm-mm.
And then there's an attitude, the attitude also with that, it detracts from everything.
Absolutely. That's a communication breakdown. That is an iceberg.
Mm.
Mm.
Mercy.
Mm. This is a huge topic. Communication can never be exhausted
No.
because this is where everything begins. It starts from the chat from where children. It started from before we were born, because as you were explaining that you were talking with the unborn child when your daughter was pregnant.
Yes.
So it start from the grassroots right
Mhm.
there.
Conflict is not the problem, you know. Blocked conflict is the problem.
Mm,
Healthy organizations are not those without conflict. They are those where conflict can flow safely, honestly, and quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Wonderful.
want the
Wonderful.
love room, as we said last week. Listen, open, value, and engage. Listen, open, value, and engage. And then we want to apply the CAPS principle. Come to the table, agree to work it out, name the problem, and seek solution. CAPS. Come to the table,
Mm.
agree to work it out, name the problem, and seek a solution. CAPS. So
Seek
I
a
love to
solution
use
in the
a
problem.
lot of acronyms. No
yes.
CAPS, no conversation.
Wow.
Nice. That's a fabulous, fabulous acronym.
So this alone, love and caps, can actually be another entire discourse,
Absolutely,
because
along with the blips, the clashes, and the crisis. Remember
yes,
those?
you
Because the
haven't touched
blips are the
on these yet.
small misunderstandings, the tone
Mhm.
and the assumption and the sarcasm and all of those. And the clashes are the visible conflicts, the tension, the avoidance. And the crisis is the breakdown, the toxicity, and the disengagement.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mercy.
So, what we ignore as a blip will eventually experience as a crisis, and we don't want that.
Yes.
Mm.
Crisis cause
So, the question is,
confusion.
what language do we give to the employee as we close out in a few minutes? What language do we give to the employee as we talk about communication? Always express yourself, not from the other person's point of view, but from your point of view. So they
With
call
respect.
this the I statement.
Hmm.
use the I statement. I felt. So they're responding to your feeling. And as adults, we don't ask people to apologize. Adults choose to apologize. You need to apologize to me. You need to apologize. No, you don't ask adults to apologize. That
Mm-hmm.
is for children when you're training them until they understand when they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So as you use the I statement, I felt that. I experienced this. I may be misunderstanding, but notice you're not attacking them. You
Mm-hmm.
never attack the person, you attack the problem and you speak to it from your feelings. I feel disrespected every time I come to you and you say, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Some bosses are always like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you are focusing on yourself when you use the I statement. Help me to understand.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite thing to say. Help me
What what
understand.
what you're saying doesn't make any sense. What you're saying don't make any sense. That's attack.
Mm-hmm.
Help me to understand.
Mm-hmm.
My intention is not to blame, but to resolve. So this is the issue that I am having.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is I.
Yes.
So you and your husband, the I statement. Talk about how it makes you feel.
Mm-hmm. Really and truly, that's the only person you can talk about, or you
Of
should talk
course.
about.
Yeah.
There's
Why
no
am I
way
going to
you
talk
can
about
talk
you?
about the next
You.
person.
Why am I going to attack your size and your height or your
Mm-hmm.
color? Why am I going to attack those things? Those
Mm.
things never did anything.
Mm.
So, so talk
Person.
about the issue. So in conflict, there are three: the relationship, the emotion, and the issue. You want to talk about the issue,
Mm-hmm.
not the
Mm.
individual, not the persona.
Mm-hmm. And that is why the word of God says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath."
What
Grievous.
grievous words stir up
So,
anger because of how we use the word.
yeah.
And it is a similar thing, therefore, as we look at these things, we see the breakdown in relationship where, unfortunately, and our hearts go out to the recent um, unaliving of a family of eight. Yeah, just this morning in the US, it was announced. One took out eight persons,
Mm.
Because
five
of
children,
unresolved conflicts.
unresolved conflicts. And we talk about domestic violence.
Yeah.
And so, this is communication at its best. We look at in organizations, but
Yeah.
these are the people who are coming into our organization dressed up in suits,
Yeah.
who
Mm.
are having issues. Another example, we just on Easter Sunday, this couple went home after this wonderful lady gave and this was wonderful. I don't know what's going on, but after the appearance of this lady seemed so wonderful, and the appearance of this man seemed so wonderful, and the next thing, one is unalive.
Mm.
Unresolved conflicts.
Mm.
And so we've got to deal with what's on the inside, and that we are nobody's possession.
Mm-hmm. You hear?
Mm.
We're nobody's
No
We're
possession.
not,
possession.
yeah, no.
Nah.
We are
Nah.
brought together for this moment to deal with this issue. And if we
Mm-hmm.
have to go apart, we go apart. But for heaven's sake, and crying out loud, do not hurt the other person because the relationship didn't work out.
Mm.
Do not
Seek
bring
help
in,
before
seek
it
help.
breaks down.
And so within the organization, we need to make that very clear.
Mm-hmm.
And we also need to provide the love room with all the soft music, with the soft light, with things that you can read, with things that you can listen on the plants out there,
Hmm.
and all have piped music flowing through the air so that they're calming the employees as they work. You get up in the morning, have soft music just flowing through the atmosphere so that when you leave, you don't leave your home tense.
Mm-hmm.
Allow time for quiet, for your mind to revive, and the rushing and eating and food not settling properly. And managers
Mm-hmm.
need to pay attention to the pressure that they place on their staff as well.
So I need to pay attention. Yes.
Unresolved because you're treating me like a you know what? I am a
Mm-hmm.
human being just like yourself. So communication is more than words back and forth. You've got to connect with my feelings. There's got to be empathy. You're not going to waste the company's money. But if I can treat you in a better way than micromanage you, then you will come eating out of the palm of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And not because I am a leader, I must also step back and know when to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my staff come in, have more sharpness, acuity than me. I must be able to embrace that because that's a gift.
Yes.
And I must honor those who I work with. Whew.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mm.
So I want to acknowledge the blips early. Don't ignore small disruptions. Use the caps to engage. Structured,
Mhm.
respectful conversation. Enter the love room. Speak the I statement. Restore the flow quickly.
Mm.
In
Nice.
healthy
Powerful.
organizations, we don't wait for crises. We address blips, engage with caps, and meet in the love room and restore the flow.
Wow.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Mother Miranda. That was wow. That was wow.
That was wow,
Wow.
really.
Wow. Wow. We no,
Yeah.
we have to do it properly in mindset.
Dr. Derek,
Yes. Okay.
hi,
Thank
Dr.
you. Very
Derek, Dr.
yes.
Derek.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
That was awesome, awesome, awesome. And we call that food for thought.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Mama.
Thank you, Queen Rosalind.
Thank you,
Yes,
Queen
yes,
Roslyn.
great. Thanks for that. It's very
So,
awesome.
so Mother Miranda will be coming back very soon to share more with us because we are equipping ourselves to be better in our community, that because when one person is transformed, it's a ripple effect. So Mother Miranda, thank you so much.
You're
Viewers, for
welcome.
those who would be viewing the replay, you could leave your comments, what you have learned and everything. And before we wrap, the thought for this week. This has been a wonderful a wonderful meal, a balanced meal. And the thought for this week, it says, let your dreams flow into reality with determination. So we're talking about communication. So let it flow, deal with all the conflicts and let it flow into reality with determination. That means you have to be focused, determined, and deliberate. That's the word I wanted to find. Determination. Let it flow. Once
Thank you
again,
very much for having me. And just one little tip. Instead of saying you didn't send the document, notice that's the you. You want to say, I noticed the document wasn't sent, and I'd like us to look at how we can improve that process.
I didn't see the document. And
I
yes,
noticed the
that's
document wasn't sent. So it's and I'd like us to look at how we can improve that process. More than you didn't send the document.
that's softer, much softer. A
Much
soft
softer.
answer. Soft
Okay, so
answer.
I look forward to doing a training session whenever. But of course, I welcome coming back to Mindset Monday.
And
Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much for watching. All of the persons who are on the meeting platform, thank you so much for joining us for another
On
episode.
YouTube
And all of the YouTube channels
and Facebook.
and Facebook, thank you so much for viewing. Remember, leave your comments. So until next week, see you for another episode of Mindset Monday.